Governor Sisolak says the COVID-19 test positivity rate has gone down nearly 8% since early July, saying face mask and social distancing compliance played a big role.
We have now increased the limit on public and private gatherings to 250 people, or 50% of the capacity, whichever is less.
The 250 is in addition to those working the event. Rabbi Felipe Goodman of Temple Beth Shalom says the announcement should have been made earlier.
To up the numbers the day after Yom Kippur, where he could have done it last week, it's almost adding insult to injury. It's the holiest day of the year for us. And again, we were not asking for thousands of people to be able to gather. We were asking for 150, 200 people, that's all.
Larger venues with seating of 2,500 or more can have 10% of their seating capacity attend with state approval. But they must be broken up into sections of 250 people or less. The same goes for conventions and trade shows, but they'll be capped at 1,000 people.
It'll be a great jumpstart. Right now, that's what we're all looking for, is to be able to open up a theater, to have a show again, to be able to have people in a ballroom. To do a wedding.
Also during the news conference, I asked Governor Sisolak if he will be discussing recent violent events on the Strip with Sheriff Lombardo.
I have the utmost confidence in Sheriff Lombardo and the men and women of Metro to be able to be out in front of this and get a handle on this. It's unfortunate when you get some out-of-towners that are coming in and causing a problem.
When it comes to education and guidance for Clark County schools,
we delegated the authority for schools to the superintendents and the school boards. They're the ones that will make that decision, along with our state superintendent.
Reporting from Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane.
Democrats then watched the debate streaming via C-SPAN and then offered their response via the Democrat spin room, as they called it, on matters of immigration and race and leadership. Here's Nevada's Attorney General Aaron Ford, Assemblyman Edgar Flores, and Nevada's Lieutenant Governor Kate Marshall.
He told the Proud Boys to stand down and stand by. That's not a denunciation. That's a code. And that frightens me, and it frightens a lot of voters out there. We have a problem, and we need to get this man out of office. November 3rd can't come quickly enough.
All he did was play the blame game. How disappointing is it to know that in the United States of America, we have a leader that all he knows how to do is blame and not accept a single ounce of accountability.
We as a country must get back to our values. And our values are that we have an immigration system that treats people with dignity and treats people like they are humans.
All right, so one debate down, two more to go as Election Day draws near. You can reach out to us on Twitter and Facebook to let us know what you thought about tonight's debate. Now to News 3's Gerard Ramallo. He continues our team coverage from another watch party in the Valley tonight. Gerard, how did Republicans sound off?
All right, Reed, thank you very much. This was a 50-person capacity event, and there were 50 people in attendance here tonight. In many ways, in terms of those who viewed the event, they said it was as expected, and there were also a few surprises. Now, the crowd cheered, as you might expect, several times when the president made a point that they agreed with. There were occasional jeers for the vice president in this crowd. But many did agree it was uncomfortable to watch at times, and that was basically due to the various interruptions. Some, in fact, admitted they did not like that part. Others, though, were defending the president, saying this is his personality and he's not about to back down or allow anyone to say something about him that isn't true.
Yeah, I think one of the main takeaways of tonight is that President Trump is able to accomplish more in 47 months than Vice President Biden was able to accomplish in 47 years in government.
Overall, I think the president did well. I know he talked a lot trying to talk over Joe, but there was so much information trying to get across in that short window of time. But I think he did a great job.
I think he set the tone right away about how the debate was going to go forward and the issues that were key to Americans. More importantly, they were key to Nevadans. And I think he was very comfortable. He was very aggressive, and that's what has to happen.
That last person, of course, GOP Party Chair Michael McDonald. He was up north watching with supporters in the Reno area tonight. As far as any particular point that resonated with supporters here, they believe the president did exceptionally well when he was speaking about law enforcement and police departments. That resonated. Next up, of course, Reed, as you mentioned, there are two more debates. We have one coming up, the vice presidential debate on October 7th, Mike Pence and Kamala Harris, that's next Wednesday. That'll take place in Salt Lake City. And then the president and Joe Biden are scheduled to meet again at a town hall style debate. That is on Thursday, October 15th in Miami. I've been cruising on Twitter a little bit, and there is some speculation as to whether that second debate will even take place after tonight's performance. But of course, we will be watching very closely. I'm Gerard Ramallo reporting.
Hey, Governor Sisolak gave the thumbs up for sporting events to be at 10% capacity. UNLV quickly letting it be known that 10% is more than welcome over at Allegiant Stadium for UNLV football games this season. Tickets are on sale. No fans, however, for the Raiders in their second game at Allegiant Stadium. The undefeated Buffalo Bills come into town. Our Jesse Merrick has a preview in tonight's Raiders Report.
Yeah, Brian, look, there is no denying that the Raiders defense will be tested because the Bills bring one of the league's hottest offenses into this one. They're fourth in the league in total yards and second in passing. And that's all thanks to their signal caller, Josh Allen, who Gruden says reminds him of a guy that Raider Nation knows all too well.
The quarterback is eye-opening. He is a fun guy to watch, man. He can really throw the ball. He's got a great playing style. He's got a lot of John Elway playing style. He can scramble. He's strong. He's tough. He's a big-time player. And they've got an arsenal around him with the acquisition of Diggs from the Vikings, John Brown. They got some guys that can really run.
Yeah, but they can also catch, too. Stephon Diggs has been huge for him. He's fourth in the league in receiving yards right now and has also hauled in a pair of TDs. Then you throw Cole Beasley and John Brown into the mix. They've got three receivers that are currently in the top 48 in the league in receiving yards. No doubt Trayvon Mullen, Damon Arnett, and company will have their hands full stopping them on Sunday.
All right, Jesse. Well, a decisive winner-go-home game for our Las Vegas Aces, taking on the Connecticut Sun. Again, LVA playing without De'Erica Hamby, who's out with a knee injury. Jackie Young having a rough game. Aces were down 16 points, but they charged on back. A huge run led by Angel McCautry, her nice 20 points. That's a butter jumper she's got. Asia Wilson, she had 23 points on the layup there. Las Vegas would be up 3 points. Final possession for the Sun. Aces up 3, as I said. The game-time three-pointer by the Sun. Connecticut, no good. Bill Lambert's team held Connecticut to just 18 points in the second half. Las Vegas Aces moving on to the WNBA Finals, baby, with a 66-63 win. Game 1 Friday in the Wubble.
I mean, I just knew I had to be aggressive. I was kind of cruising through the first half, and I knew I couldn't go out and let my teammates go out like that. So I knew I had to just be very aggressive and just go until they could stop me. I think it's just we just play for one another. That's what it is. We don't let anyone down. We just make sure that we get it, and in times we get down, we just stand together, and we know there's, strength in numbers, and we just stand up and just go after it.